Nanilian, good day. Nanilian, good day, everybody. Very important it is. Nanilian, good day. We have to be careful about this. Why it's not coming in? Why it's not coming in? Question is that it's not coming in. It's coming in, I think. Yes, it is coming now. Very good. Welcome, everybody. Nanilian, good day, everybody. Hope everybody is fine. This is Engineer Suraj Singh speaking from Bharat, India today. That is 12th April 2025, 12:30 p.m. I am going to talk to you about very similar title, which is regarding quality in life, quality in engineering, quality in life, and quality in personal attainment. It is very important. You can see this file already available on this screen. This file is AutoCAD, and you can see that this is very strong message to universe. Maybe you are thinking that I'm talking as if it's not possible, but I am sending messages through my soul and through this media, and someone for sure checks these messages and actions are taken. I'm talking about person's quality. If person does not have any quality, there doesn't stand anything, the person should be there. If someone is not qualitative, work cannot be given to that person, because when you are not quality person, you don't have any competency. Even if you know job, but you don't do that properly, this means you are incapable of doing that. Your consistency level is zero. Your competency level is zero. Whoever you may be lowest person or highest person, but in fact you are not a person, because you don't care for quality. And when you don't care for quality, means you don't care for universe, you don't respect universe, you don't respect earth, and that is very serious matter. And this is my 188th power message. Starting from 6th, I have reached 188th in single individual connection, not in triplet. As I said before, I did on triple combinations. Now it is single person, and this is very significant for everybody. 188 is very strong number in both ways. It can give you something and it can take something also, both ways. It is number of system. 8 is number of system, number of, you can say, network. Net itself is called system, and system is a question that we have to understand clearly. It's about invisibility, or you can say invisibility means you cannot see using your eyes, and you cannot see functioning of a system using eyes, but you can use that product. Likewise, 8 number is here, which spreads all over universe and within your body. This is a very powerful number. I'm not talking about numerology, I'm not talking about anything else. I'm not talking about you can say oracle cards, I'm not talking about your tarot cards, I'm talking about your soul, which has nothing to do with any created phenomenon. It is very, very different. You should be clear about this. I'm talking about universe, and I'm talking about very powerful people who have got good luck that they reach that status, but they don't function there properly. And that's why I'm calling nations heads. It's very, very significant last title I'm given here, that universe decides to remove all corrupt nations heads. It's very, very powerful, very, very significant message, and it applies for entire world. I'm not talking of single country or single, I'm talking of only one country, and that country remains earth. Earth is one country for entire universe. There are so many earths, but this is, I'm talking because we belong to this earth. I'm saying, I'm talking to universe, I'm conversing with universe. In my mind, universe is linked to my mind. I not to go there. And universe, you can say, like fax machine used to work, like other communication, when one human can create all those machines. Why and how you think that universe fails? Universe has done it already. The universe doesn't need any equipment, because the equipment already exists at this end, that is body and mind, and at that end where universe sits, that is powerful. So I have messaged that power to, you can say, universe or supreme, and that decides, because decision already exists. Universe would never say that we should have corrupt nations head. Nobody will accept that. And universe cannot accept that at all. This point we have to be clear with. It is very, very important message. So significant it is, and it is going to happen soon, I'm sure. And it doesn't mean that I am saying, I'm feeling it, I'm finding it. I analyze that. If these heads of all nations are corrected or removed, it's not possible to correct them. They are not immune to correction. They will never accept, because narcotism, or you can say power, is like a drug. Power of politics in entire world gives a pride in that leader that I am everything. They keep on fighting, they keep on having rights. In same country, people fight together. It happens in many locations. You can say Sudan, what happens there? In Israel, what happens? In Palestine, what happens? So many places in world where people encounter each other, and that's what say destruction goes on and on and on. Positive attempt does not work. Destruction goes on, and destruction means negativity. We call negativity and positivity. Positivity is very important for this earth, because negativity does not exist here. Negativity, if you use, means you destroy whatever you think about. Negative means it's mathematical, of course, sign, but I'm not talking of mathematics here, I'm talking of existence here. In our representation, earth is immaterial, means it is positive, we can see it, but soul we cannot see, because that is not material, that is mind material. This is consumable material earth, because it has material within it. Immense quantities of materials are available in earth, in its core, in its mantle, or you can say in its crust. There is no limit. Quantum has not been decided till now, and what sort of materials could be there, nobody can say. It's not calculable at moment. Even we do not know when shall some earthquake appear or attack, because science has not advanced to that level. An earthquake never start from core, they start only in crust, and crust is not more than 35 kilometers from sea level. So we have to see how behind we are in understanding science, in understanding earthquakes. Science has not advanced to that level. Engineering has not advanced to that level, as already universe gets into. Universe has got every problem's solution. Universe knows everything about what's happening, and that's what I say. We are not universe, we are just a particle of that universe. Science is very small, engineering is very small, but universe is not small. Earth is just around 13,000 kilometers in diameter, which is very, very small if you compare even to diameter of sun. If you place 111 earths together in orbiting each other, you shall reach diameter of sun only. So we have to be little serious in this case what I am saying. Though for universe, earth is not very big quantity, it has got many other planets where earth is negligible, but we are all dependent on earth for our survival on this travel. And this travel journey, this travel is earth's travel. When we travel from day of our coming to earth and leaving earth, this is called our period on earth. And if we have to enjoy this period, means every 24 hours we have to enjoy, and we have to live. And for that purpose, I'm just saying, leaders, whoever they are responsible, they should be responsible and not corrupt. And generally, all are corrupt. Generally, you can say, some are thinking corrupt, some are mentally corrupt, some are robbing, some are using this power of head to loot people and to war and all that. That should not be there, because no one has got any right on earth to destroy humanity, to destroy, whatever, to can say we destroy air. We have already polluted air, we already polluted water bodies, and there is nothing left now. We can say this is good living. So who is responsible ultimately? I would say all nations, leaders or heads, they are responsible for this in all countries. I not seen any peace anywhere currently. You cannot find peace anywhere. If you can go back to 4,000 or 5,000 years, you could not discover any peace existence anywhere. And same thing is happening now. Just, impatient leaders are these. They cannot do anything, but they can destroy everything. This is standards of leaders now. And those people who are good, they cannot come to this head, this position because of democratic issues. Democracy has actually spoiled everything, and earth has been a subject, you can say, adversely impacted upon by power of vote, which has been just a delusionary vote because everybody cannot come to power. So what I am saying, question is how solution should come. It can come only through universe action. And because corruption is not accepted by universe, corruption is a crime, it's a sin, because you have no right for have corruption, and that is mainly directed by all these heads who think they are everything. Heads' job is to represent everybody, to represent power of nature, but they do not do that. They abuse that power. And that's why I've taken this point into my consideration, that they should be removed by power of universe. Only good people should come to these positions. Otherwise, these sins, they call in name of Kal, you got this, you and that, you. I'm not concerned with that. I am concerned. Time is yog. Word is not dependent upon what Kal it is. It is dependent upon how people react, how people work, how leaders do. Because earth is not new here. It has been for many millennia. Nobody knows when this was constructed and delivered. Same thing like solar system. And we just come here for a couple of decades and destroy it. And that is not acceptable because we work against nature. If I destroy as head of a state, other state, that's not acceptable because ultimately impact goes to earth and not to families of these people. We have to be very sure no head is original, only head is universe. These are all human, you can say, fools who think they are heads. They cannot think, means they should protect earth. But tell me one person who has protected this earth so far in history of humanity. I don't find any person. They may say we have done this and that, but that is, you can say, nothing. So we have to think about this. Universe decides to remove all corrupt nations, heads, and this is 188. And this is very strong message here to all people of world. And we have to think in this direction. It's not question of politics. It's a question of quality of life. If I don't get quality of life, who is responsible for that? I would simply say heads of every nation. All nations are responsible for that because they don't worry about people. Even if 25% or 50% people in this world die, nobody cares. Recently, COVID-19 has taught a lesson, but there are no students who have learned anything, unfortunately. There are no leaders, no heads, there are no students who have learned anything. Human has forgot that one, and that's what I'm saying. There's no control on any issue. Humanity is not valued, only money is valued. And money is not answer to everything, because if there is no material, what shall your money do? If there is no air, good air, what shall your money do? If there is no good water, what shall your money do? So we have to be, there is epidemic and everything, what shall your money do? So we have to be very serious in that regard. But no one is serious because people just want to live for sake of living and not to live for sake of good living or quality living. Titles are there, names are there, these are all useless, no meaning of that, and that's why, that's the point here. So here is, you can say, I just blow it up for your reference because these are not funds, these are spectrums. These are all, you can say, these are all spectrums connected together in net, and properties of these are given here. In these numbers I have written, this is result of 188, this is 1130. Though it's spectrum, these are not pounds, again I would say. And there are certain symbols just for decoration purpose that we have to do something for this. We have to cross it, that's why it's in both direction. And we have to give it, take like a good moon, we have to convert it to down. and these are dimensions of this, you can say here. The dimensions of this, I mean, here is original one person's graph of spherical diameter of oracle, and these are rotations at various angles, and this is how there is actually spectrums, local spectrums, and then intranet and all internet spectrums, and here you can say this all happen, and dimension of, in this case of 180, is very easy to see, and this says, you may say 79799. If you use this 797, forget decimal, 79799, and keep up writing up to 89 digits, you shall find that many kilometers diameter of that person. This means that person who thinks about this or talks about this has already spread its mental wings into that coverage where earth is too small in comparison to that one. So we have to be little serious in understanding the mental power that has been gifted to everyone is immense. Don't just think what medical science says. It is so much so that you can't even use it if you don't do. And if you can use it, you shall be best person. If you can move yourself wherever, your mind becomes very powerful weapon for you constructively. It shall not destruct anything but give you something. And that's why I always say, it says universe, world power of soul, mind, spherical oracles, spectrum formation, engineering, and projection values. This one here, sphere can add just 16%. Alright, this is just given here. Power 55 means skyline, and 27 means you just cross solar system. This is all indicatively typical here, and you think is very strong formula, very simple formula. Everybody can understand this, and a child can understand, because every child thinks in school and studies. So think is only a process. If you think negatively, this means you want to destruct something. If you think positively, this means you want to construct something. Construction and destruction are inversely proportional to each other. Destruction is very easy, construction is very difficult. Those who can construct, they are real people who can improve this world, but otherwise destruction doesn't cost anything except lives of women and material of this world. And only foolish can think about destruction, because all these heads are foolish. Currently I would say, whatever name they have, I don't care. Which country, I don't care. I only care for world. I care for universe, because I am not slave to just one country. I am owner of entire world and universe, because I belong to that and that belongs to me. As a person, we should think like that. I should not say, oh, this is my country and everything is this. No, whole world is my country because I came to country first. No, I came to world first, then to country. I came from universe to this, so I belong to universe as well. We have to make understanding like this. So we cannot go physically, mentally we can go the, and mental property is more important than physical property, because physical is just biological phenomenon, while mental is total phenomenon. Your mind can tell you, it's up to you to develop, means you don't need anybody else to develop. That's your property, your mind, your power, your thinking. Thinking is only money here. Thinking is like unit of money, just like you spend to buy anything, and thinking process can buy you anything without spending any bank balance, because this is another bank balance in your mind. This is so much balance, there is no debit applied any time, only credit goes and goes. This is against banking rules. This bank is most powerful because you can draw whatever amount you do, more and more comes without any power of overdraft, and you enjoy that one. So that's what I say. You have to understand what I'm saying. If you can understand, fine, you can enjoy. Otherwise, you are like every animal, you know. It's up to you if you want to remain animal, social animal, not wild animal, or if you want to stay with power, that you can use it, because this power is most significant one, highest degree power it is, and if you can be anything you want, it is so much power. And before this I go, I would also say that other messages I have given, and those messages I like to show to you also here, and that is I think here a file I'm going to show you now, which is another one, and the file here, and that is here, and this file I'll open for you. This is no, this is another one. Also, yes, I think this is that one, and at end I'll go directly, I don't waste time. This is this message again where I discuss, and that's corrupt nation heads. Other one was universe decides to remove all corrupt politicians. Very powerful measures. Stay focused on to politicians, because politicians are real cancer for this world. All over world, politicians have caused every damage to this property of world. They can do whatever extent they can. They can play with sentiments and minds of people. They can do every crime possible. They can do whatever they wish because they are politicians. They have forgotten meaning of politics. They think only seat of power is politics. Work is not politics. Honesty is not politics. Dedication is not politics. Commitment is not politics. True speaking is not politics. Everybody has become a liar. And that is what I say. Politicians and heads are linked together. That's why politician is a big, you can say, community which does not think anything while causing any crime, because they think they are protected, but they forget that they are not protected because they are corrupt politicians. Whoever are corrupt must be removed. That is my message. That is my organizational proposal. That is what I think, and this can never be disregarded or discarded, because this is the interest of all people of world. So it applies to everyone, every politician. They are not gentle people, gentle community. They are rogues on earth, on respective area. They are rogues, and rogues should be removed. Rogue is also called a disease. This should be removed. And here is corrupt professionals, most important. Universe decides to remove corrupt professionals. Just think of a little in this, because this is very strong message. Let me get some water for me, if you don't mind. Just a couple of minutes it is. Meanwhile, you think about what I'm saying. If you think this is worth, fine. Otherwise, no problem. It's up to you, your life. Just a minute, please. We have to be very serious in this regard. We have to think about it. We cannot think, we can't do anything. And just this, I'm talking a politician, which is, a dirty post in fact. So I think you have gone through this. It's something you have to see seriously. Yes. When you consider too seriously, of course. Let's go to other, because I'm talking of professionals. Professionals are very important for every society. If there are no good professionals, societies cannot move, progress cannot be done. These may be engineers, these may be doctors, these may be whatever professionals. Nation's progress depends upon professionals. We have to see that one. And if professionals are not good, then come on to corrupt manufacturers. Who produce materials? Who produces, you can say, products? There is manufacturing all over the world. And you shall find generally no honesty is left, even in quality of materials, products. You can check products from all over the world. Hardly you will find quality products. Hardly 1% cases, 2% cases. But more than in 90% cases, no quality. And also, I think bad humans for all good souls we have discussed. So my current consideration is corrupt manufacturers, corrupt professionals, and corrupt politicians, and also corrupt nations' heads. Don't you think this should be something considerable for all countries, all societies, all economies of world, including ours? And it's also important that elections have been made so complicated that every citizen cannot appear there. That point we have to be clear about. And I usually say in this that this one file is about quality that I am very much concerned. Worldwide requirement for quality and coordination. Can you disregard this? Can we disregard quality? If you say yes, we can disregard, in that case, this talk does not apply to you. This is very burning issue I am talking to you. Quality and coordination. Because quality means one end and coordination means throughout. If you get quality, that means coordination exists. If you then get quality, you miss it. That means that coordination fails. That is what I think about. If it happens, you can try it, you have experience. What should happen? Without fear. We should not fear. Why should we fear? Without fear, we must speak about quality and coordination. Do not hesitate. Material comes from nature and not from human. Why I am stating that? Because abuse of material remains a sin. We have limestone, for example. We have silica. We mix up together and form cement. Of course, with the addition of certain chemicals, admixtures. If you don't produce cement like that in a proper way, you shall not find the cemented qualitatively. There can be OPC, there can be SRC, there can be GGBS, there can be PFA. So many classes of cementing materials are available nowadays. If you don't think of quality, how can you get good concrete? How can good mortar? This means despite spending these natural resources, that sand we use, limestone we use, silica we use, rock we use, water we use, and if we don't get quality returns like good material, good concrete, good and that, what's meaning of spending all this? It's not question of spending money, it's a question of natural wealth. All these items I'm talking about are natural wealth. These are not just imaginary. So much concrete is used in this world, so much water is used, everything is used. But if quality is not attained, what is meaning of that? And I'm talking not just theoretical, but real quality and real coordination. Everyone is duty bound to get quality or else shall suffer in long run. This is very important matter I'm discussing with you, because generally it is ignored, and why it is ignored you know it very well. Coordination is very different topic, or you may say branch, because it's not a subject till now. Coordination is never uniform in any field. It varies from one issue to another issue. Coordination is very powerful word, but its application is much more powerful than its title only. Coordination is very important item, currently ignored. It is ignored to such an extent that people even do not understand what is meaning of coordination. It's like, if you can say, for example, body itself, our body, its coordinated system. You may simply say, if you find a good machine that works very well, it's also well coordinated, because coordination means smooth functioning of whatever system you produce. And if there is hitch or drawback in that functioning, this clearly means quality does not exist and coordination was not operated. We have to take this into consideration while talking about this. In engineering, in manufacturing, in production, in life, everywhere you need quality, and quality means whatever you do, that should happen uniformly. It's just like another example for it. You can say you are going to celebrate some function, birthday or ceremony of marriage or whatever. You do something that at this time this should happen, at that time this should happen, and you apply everything on that, or if you cannot apply, some professional applies that. And if suppose that time is not met due to whatever obstruction, this means information regarding that obstruction was not known. That's why a clash occurred and that time was delayed, or whatever reason could be there. So coordination clearly says whatever you do, you must have complete backup for correct or for required of successful movement of that activity, wherever there can be one activity or many sub activities. That is important point. And if we cannot do that, we just keep in mind, okay, it shall happen on its own. It shall never happen on its own. That is important part. In manufacturing, in construction, quality and coordination are very significant, because your budget of nation or world goes to these products. You spend lot of money on development, and that is engineering. You develop a lot of money in your whatever other developments, other engineering work or non-engineering work. That's also very expensive. We have to be true to that, and if we cannot just understand this very well, that means we are not able to understand what is quality. I had this so many pages in this, but I'm not going to talk to you those about at this moment, because we have to understand what I want to say. Universe is an example. Universe or universes you may call it, because we don't know how many universes are there. Solar system itself is example. Human body or animals body themselves are examples of constructed, well constructed quality and coordination. Because our bodies, we say, is healthy person is healthy. This means body and minds work together. That we have to understand. Only then I can say I'm healthy. If there's a problem in one part of body, always suppose there's a problem, do you think that you can stay peacefully and with good health? You say, no, I'm not common. I'm not in average health. I have problem here. And it happens. And that's what I say, body is an example, produced quality by nature. And nature knows what is quality and what is coordination. How many parts are there in this body? All are well linked, communicated, coordinated, and this function throughout longevity, throughout duration of this body's travel on this planet. So we can say, you can understand that way. If suppose there is a part broken in machine functioning stops. Until that part is either replaced or repaired, machine does not work. It applies everywhere. We have to learn the real meaning of quality and coordination, because breakdown itself stops work. So question of quality, excess doesn't arise. We have to be really significant understanding. We have to be understandable person. It's not simply because I am saying, it's a question of common sense. We should have that common sense. And if that sense is not had, what we can say, I can't answer that question. And therefore I would say, what we think is here, and that is, that is very important part of life. And same matrix which I repeat always, that what you have to do, what you can do, you have to think. Life is not exactly what we see. It's very complicated, and also it is very easy, comfortable. It's up to you. If you want to make everything or everything complicated, ignore everything. If you want to have good life, difficult work in easy way, you can understand this. It is very easy. No difficulty exists until you yourself are complicated. You run away from your responsibility. You think I'm going to sleep. And sleep means passive world. Passive physically, not mentally, again I would say. Sleep means pause. And if you want to enjoy pause, you can say excess of pause is also bad. Movement is a must. Without movement, nothing can happen. If movement is missed, you can say, due to whatever reason I say movement is missed, this means your life progress is missed. This is not physical movement alone I am talking. I am talking about total movement. As I say, soul is physical wealth for all. I just made certain changes. Must think quality and do it for world. Do not ignore, use soul oracle. Many people may not know what I'm talking about. Oracle, this is a kind of spherical system that works on mind. Maybe you know it, maybe you may not know it, but it exists. Spheres, spectrums, personality making must. This is what I am talking. If you want to make personality, here is the way. What you have to do? Don't stop thinking. And if you cannot think due to whatever reason, start thinking. You have to pay no money to anybody. You need not go to any doctor. You need not go to any consultant, because you are your own consultant. Must think quality and do it for fun. It is self-learning. Nobody can teach you this. And if you ignore this, then it shall ignore you. So simple. If you do not have attained any level of personality, then you are not a person, I would say. There is no difference. Of course, you are a body in physique, but your mind is not very active. It's just active to an extent. I have to take food, I have to sleep, I have to enjoy life, and that's it. This means if you take value of an animal and value of that person equal, there's no difference. You are a person only in mode, not in reality. Because animal, we usually call man is a social animal, or man and woman are social animal. We usually call this. Only respect we get, okay, we are social animal. In fact, if you just remove social from there, because dogs also have society, every other creature, non-human creature must have society. You can see them, birds fly together, they have society. Ants on ground do same. And you can say human may not be uniformly in that respect, but these non-human creatures are much more organized. They don't shy each other without clothes, but human size. They talk to very well. I have seen when you put some food for crows or birds, morning time or whatever time, a pilot comes and tells everybody by announcement of its own voice that come on, food has come. And if same thing happens in society of human, they will say, okay, we'll take food and run away. That's all. Check every act done by you for corrections. Life is very long. We learn, we have education, we have professional training, and we at one stage we think that I have done it successfully according to whatever you know, but somebody checks it or even you check it, we find certain errors because we are humans, and human errors are acceptable to some extent, not always. But if you repeat that error, then you are not human, because when you correct it after editing, you should know what you have done. And that is really important, significant part of life, that we have to learn from experience, we have to learn from mistakes. And that's why lessons learned are on equal footings with your educational degree, because it is because of education you have been able to do something and then to learn something or anything. And that's important point. If you can, now we say civil engineering and engineering quality must for nature's given resources. Use mind first, have quality mind. It is a must. Do it for your good, mind it if you can. No ignorance, no religion connection. Soul is original religion. Soul engineering is your permanent own wealth. No one can steal it from you. Use it. So many messages are here in this small 2 or 3 lines. Analyze it perfectly. Civil engineering and engineering quality must for nature's given resources. This only domain, civil and engineering. Only these two domains, civil engineering and engineering, you can say cost a lot if work is not done properly. And this can develop everything. This can change scenario of this planet if these are done qualitatively. Because in civil engineering and in engineering, quality is a requirement, and that quality depends upon various factors: human resources, natural sources, procedures, all that. If we don't understand materials use, If you blindly use nature's material, none of these, you can say, engineering world can survive without nature's wealth in whatever form, in raw form or in refined form whatsoever. We cannot say that we are doing our job. We have no right to exploit resources for our gains, but we have to think about what is benefit to earth. That is important, and not to see what profit that explorer or industrialist is going to get out of that. Profit profit target is not applicable. Best use or optimum use, at least if not best, is a requirement for whatever source we explore from earth. And that is important point. Then I say you have, if you spoil quality, this means material which you took out, say rocks, say river sand, say pit sand, say steel ore or whatever. You took out from where? You did not take out from other planet. You extracted that material from this earth's whatever layer, say crust. Then there is some deficiency now in that crust. You have taken out that material. Okay, that's another point. But if you abuse that material for purposes of killing people, for purposes of destroying houses, for wars, then you can say, what is your moral? What is your moral? What is your quality of thinking? That's what I'm saying. Use mind first. Use mind first. How many of you do that? You say, oh, everybody uses mind. No, you do not use mind. You are using mind that was taught. That is another point. You are going to use thought mind and not your untaught mind. You have got certain calibration in your mind because of your attainment and education. You are just stuck to that. That's all. Your original mind is different. Based on your learning, you can use that in a way. Nature should not suffer. Materials should not suffer. Agencies of nature should not suffer. And that's, I say, have quality mind. Mind. It is very simple to say mind, but mind is very big. Word may be mind, but it is Hindi mastishk. In some way, say dimag. Somebody says mukh. It depends in which language you are talking. We say, for example, let us analyze in terminology, mastishk. What is mastishk? Can you think about this? What is mastishk? Mast means without worry, tension free, stress free. That is called mast. Ishq means a kind of, you can say, bonding, a kind of love expression. So your mind is such a device. If it works properly, it can give you pleasure in itself without spending anything. And if you do something wrong, if you do something irrelevant, your mind shall not feel pleased. Say you lie, you cheat someone, you do something wrong, it shall always be in your mind that you did that. But if you do everything right without any such inclusion of impurities, you shall never suffer and your mind shall be clean. That's what I say, quality of mind. Your mind is not supposed to spoil anything. Your mind is supposed to do good for everything. And that is where quality applies. And if you have quality mind, I would say you are a good person. You are a quality person of whatever nature, whatever level, whatever calibration. But if you don't do that, you are not a good person. You are not a person of quality. You don't know what you are. You don't value yourself. You only value somebody recognizes you. Oh, you are so good or so bad. You accept that one, but you never self-evaluate yourself, and that point you miss. You may work for whosoever, but you should know what is self-value, because maybe on this job you don't give that value to yourself, but it shall help you in future. So have quality mind. Don't come under suppression by any business person or industries for gains, but keep in mind that business person is not honor of this earth, that industry is also not honor, that person is also like you, only is that that person has got some backing and that's why that person employs you. But ultimate employer for everybody is supreme. Universe honors supreme. That is person who shall demand your explanation. That is most important. We have to understand that. That's very important. Have quality mind. It is a must. Do it for your good. Mind it if you can. If you can, you are best person. If you cannot, then you can say you are ignoring that. You should not ignore that. And moreover on that, emotional people, or you can say when you are emotional, mind working and emotional sentiments are not proportional to each other. When emotions rise, mind stops, and when mind works, emotions stop. This is inversely proportional relation in mathematical equation, that mind is inversely proportional to sentiments or emotions are inversely proportional to mind. This is equation of mind and feeling. No religion connection. Do not link any such requirement, any such mind thinking to religion, because religion is not your supreme. Religion is just an imagination. Religion is nothing to do with quality. Religion nothing to do with your oracle, your mind power. It's up to you. There is no description here that I am against it, but there is a description that this is purely personal. This does not add to power of your personality. It adds to power of personality. If you think that way, that is your individual personality at home, not in work. Work is worship for everyone. Everyone knows about this. If you really want to worship, work qualitatively, it is worship. Otherwise, if you don't work qualitatively, it is not worship, it is worship. Worship. You have option here. You want to use worship or you want to use worship. Just like I said, if you want to soul or soil, soul versus soil, or worship versus worship. Soul is original religion. Soul is original religion because it is not human made, though I should not even call it religion, but for purpose of explanation I would say soul illumination it is. In place just for understanding I say religion, but religion itself is a kind of light, we understand, but soul is original light. It does not use any source for its light. It works all time without sun rays. It works all time, but sun rays empowers it. No problem. We can say sun rays empower it. Soul is original enlightenment, you can say. It gives you information. If you want to use it, if you ask it, it gives you. It allows your mind power to move within this. And you can expand it without any controls. If you can, you expand it. Nobody is going to stop you. It is only you who can stop it. It is only you can expand it, and there is no limit. This is such a flexible item. It can be extended massively and you can use it massively, voluminously. You can use it whatever limits. No way to stop it. And soul engineering is your permanent own wealth. No one can steal it from you. Use it. I am naming it soul engineering. Soul, or this is short form, is soul engineering. It can be soul, oracle, spectrum engineering. This is beyond human control. This is beyond earth. This is not earth material engineering. This is non-material, non-biological engineering, which everybody can do it without any education, provided you can understand what is oracle. Everybody has got this liberty. Everybody has got gift. If you want to use this gift, it's up to you. No one is there to force you not to use or to use. It is your prerogative. It is your own authority, your own charter. If you want to improve your personality, use it. It doesn't cost anything. You need not buy any equipment. You need to buy an electrical supply. Only thing is you have to little food you eat. And that's enough for this. And this says free computer with you in your brain. You have a free computer, brain is a computer, and you can enhance its working degree from micron to whatever level. That is up to you. Soul engineering is your permanent own wealth. Don't think in terms of money wealth. Think in terms of supreme wealth. The Supreme has given you this wealth. It is such a wealth which cannot be defined in terms of any currency. It can be defined only in use. Use it as much as you can. You will get much more than quantity, whatever you use. And it shall give more power to you, more power to your mind. Your mind becomes used to this. Maybe you think you lead yourself in a proper way. You become a self-leader, self-teacher, self-innovator. Everything self. Your education shall back it up. No one can steal it from you. There is no need of any police authority or anyone else, because you are police for this, you are army for this, you are everyone for this. And that's what I say. Your soul is your only support. Your soul is yours only support. There is no other support. If somebody says, I can train your soul, that person, if knows it, can train you, but there is no such requirement. Only requirement is procedure. What is procedure of training it? And that procedure I have already given to you. Think, 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 etc., etc., etc. Nothing else. Think, you say, start thinking. Then if you are unable to think, further try. And then further try. I'm sure at, you can say, 3 or 4 try, you shall enter into that natural path which is not visible, but you will enter into that path which you can see yourself. No one else can see you what you are doing. No ill force on earth can see what you are doing. Ill force, you know what I mean. Those people who lie and play in name of religion cannot do anything, cannot know what you are doing, but you are doing, you have started to do in service of nature, in service of universe, in service of Supreme. And that is very important point you have entered into. And if you can do that, it's very important. And I would say, particularly engineering community, civil engineering, other engineering, they have a lot of responsibility to do in this world. And that's where point lies in. And quality thinking is therefore very important way to say, engineers and all be proud universe members. Keep in mind, this statement is very significant for everybody. Engineers and all, I'm just saying engineers specifically, because engineers means agents of change. Change happens because of engineers. And don't forget, there are so many engineers in the universe also. They are working for universe. Not just earth engineers are there. There are many times engineers in universe, because universe itself is an example of engineering. Earth is very small. Our engineering work is very small. You cannot say earth is very well developed. Only we have exploited it. But if you see universe, it has been working there for how many crores years we do not know. Since then, there has been no failure. It has been working properly. But our projects fail in 30, 40 or 50 years. See difference. We again construct, we again break, we again construct. But universe does not cause, it did not cause, it is not causing, it shall not cause any such issue. That's why I say, all be proud universe members. You all belong to universe, though we are on earth, but we are members of universe. We should respect institution of universe, because it is biggest institution where billions and billions souls stay together. Some stay in biological body, some stay in other bodies. Earth travel is very important. It's for everyone. Without must quality is a question mark. Your earth travel Without must quality is a big question mark. How can you travel without quality? You are not universe friend, I would say, because universe likes quality. It is a proven fact that whole and all universes are qualitative. They function what function has been charted, what functions have been charted to these agencies. They never deviate down. There can be problem in environment on earth, but in skies there can be no problem. Air is a part of earth, but sun rays do not amount to integral part of earth. These come, but air plays with those and cause problems. We have to be little clear. That's why I'm saying if you do not do quality or must quality, you are not universe friend. But be universe friend. You have to be. For your own good, your own good. Your own personality, I mean to say, personality making is not just we learn, you have to learn yourself what is personality making. Try to be representative of universe. If you say, oh, you are talking something unknown, no, I am talking very much known. When we say on earth, I am member of earth, what does it mean? I have some responsibility. A child starts journey. That child also starts its responsibility. But child cannot do anything until that child comes into his own conscious, into own mind. Same thing, we are all earth members, but that is just ad hoc membership. It is not permanent. We are here only for a couple of decades. Only in that travel we can do something. But there's another membership which is permanent. It may be in biological form, no. It may be non-biological form, no. I don't know which form is that. Only I know is that is soul form. S-O-U-L. You can say universe, L can say limited or public limited. And you may say universe means soul. S is something which stands for self. O you can say omni, self, omni, universe, or you can say limited. It's like that. So everybody is that way. Universe, but be universe friend for your own good. Try to be representative of universe. Don't shy away. Don't run away because you are there. No title is required for that. No certification is required for that because we come and we go. Universe Supreme always waits to know your performance conduct, but you never know what you are doing. You think I am just working for money, I am just working for my family, but you do not know that you are working for your family, you are working for your money. That is ad hoc, but you are working for universe because universe supports in each and every activity. Even you are working in your body, so this body is also universe product. Don't forget that. You working with your mind, this mind is also universe product, and its performing unit, its performing fuel is soul, and that is also yours, and it comes from universe. So it is very important point. For intellect, use soul and mind to plan, to do, to check, to find, to act. This is engineering procedure, construction procedure, management procedure, civil engineering, all other engineering. They plan everything intellectually. They use soul intellectually. They don't define it, but they use intellectually because they analyze. The analysis is done. Stresses are formed. Everything is formed. Analysis, and then you can say before that planning, and after that also planning. Then you can say to do something, to check something, to find errors, to check errors, to act further. And that's why I say engineering is that one. You cannot run away from that. Engineering is very much important there. We have to find that scene. We have to find that. And that's what I'm saying. We have to be little different in our approach because approach is very important part of life. We have to think in a way universe thinks. If you consider I am also responsible, I can simply say yes, I am part and parcel of universe. It is my duty to do everything for universe because that is my job. Of course, I don't know whatever I am doing is my responsibility. Whatever work I do, it doesn't means I cannot say I don't know what I do. Already everybody is doing whatever education you have got, where you find happiness, whatever you are doing, that is your assignment. Whatever you are doing, do it right way. Don't come into any kind of avarice or greed. Don't think that my business person who has employed me, my employer should get lot of profit. You are not responsible for that profit. You are responsible for Earth's profit. What benefit Earth is going to by that act you are doing? The Earth is your employer. Earth is your platform, and payment is given by that employer who is universe or supreme. So you have to be little different in your approach, in your thinking. And if you cannot do that, this means you do not know what is religion. Soul is supreme religion. It is your teacher. It is your CCTV. It's surveillance on you. And if you cannot understand that, no one can force you to understand this. It is so simple, so applicable. We have to understand it rightly. So my quality presentation always is very serious. I'm not saying I know everything about soul, but it doesn't matter if you try to do it. If you think that you are not human, you are a soul. Think like that. Once you think you are a soul, you shall think for constructive activity on earth. Earth is your home, or you may say temporary home, or your living camp, you may say, just like we say this is living camp, temporary camp. So it is my temporary camp. I have come here for some job. It may be 50 years job, it may be 60 years job, 100 years job, and then I have to go. But that is also true. Whatever period we stay on earth, we cannot work whole time. We work only a couple of decades, say 30, 40, 50 years. And whatever we live, it's only pleasure. But even if you use that period for good job, for quality job, you will find that there is no problem on earth. Engineering is very good, medical is very good, people are very good, they are, like family. As they say only, but they don't accept this. All world say world is one family. Our people say Vasudev Kutam. And likewise, everywhere something is said, insaniyat, humanity. But practically, if you see, nothing. Engineering is development of world. Engineering is change, but you ask engineers, they will not talk about that. We'll talk about promotion, they will talk about I'm getting this package, that package. Package has packed everybody now. You know what I mean? It's the age of package. Young guys, even old people. What's your package? Oh, you are getting so much. Oh, great! You are advanced person. You are quality. I don't know relation between package and quality. Really, I don't know. What is meaning of package? Only value. That's it. Many times I've explained. Package is just a fluctuation phenomenon. There can be no package. In fact, it is, you may say, a kind of return only of your activities. But somebody is getting, let us say 1 crore or 2 crore per year, and there's another person who is getting just 20 lakhs, let us say like that. See what's difference? And this difference also exists in engineering personnel. Don't say it happens only in poor people or rich people. It happens in those who are equally qualified, educated, but because misappropriation of wealth. Remember, earth is material. Earth is soil. Soil, gold is also soil. Diamond is soil. Everything is within soil. This cannot be augmented in 1 year. You cannot say there is change in quantum of gold in 10 years or 50 years. It's natural process. It takes its time. It took million and million years for fossil oils to convert to crude oil. But what has happened? Those period of activities of millions of years has been abused by human in just less than 100 years. So what? So much work was done for construction of formation of that oil product, and it has been fired. It is fired. And that fire caused air pollution. That fire caused everything. That fire caused plastic pollution. What is plastic after all? Polymer. What is that? It is same. Oh, plastic crop everywhere. You walk to any country on sea, oh, it's plastic lying here and there. On roads it's lying there. How? What is that? From where it came? Did it come with rain? No. It is byproduct of petroleum. Means man is so crude, so cruel that.
किससे बात कर रहा था तू फोन पे? बंटी से?
डॉक्टर साहब से,
बंटी से तो बात कर।
डॉक्टर साहब से, डॉक्टर साहब से
पूछते हम।
पूछ लेंगे ना, वो काम कर रहा हूँ कुछ।
अच्छा।
हद हो गई है। हाँ
कर ले। कहाँ है डॉक्टर साहब?
अपने घर पे और कहाँ है? Package is a disease. It's a disease. Real package means funeral. You know that. Real package is when funeral goes. That is package. Nothing else. Everybody is saleable now. Everybody is saleable. I want to sell myself for this package. I am an engineer, I am a doctor, I am a scientist. Give me this much, I am so selling myself. Yes, I can do what you say. This is what's happening. Give me more and more, I'll produce nuclear reaction. I produce this. This happens. This is package, package and package. This is more dangerous than cancer. I would simply say much more dangerous than cancer. COVID came as a warner. It came as an alert giver. But who learns? Package, package, package. Means package is quality of life. So you pack yourself. Mind is there. Think about. Package means lavish living. Package means more material. Package means more society. Package means lack of mind use. You have sold your mind to someone forever. That is package. Did you send your mind to work for this earth? That person exploits this earth. That person doesn't serve for, good of earth. But you are a part and parcel of that. You support him because of package. I'm not, see, there is a limit of earning. That person is also abusing because that person wants to be richest person of this earth. So that is also a disease. No one can be rich on earth, richest on earth. It is only facility. It is only facility you use it. Otherwise, there is no meaning, I would say. This is all fake thinking, what we say. Fake and fake thinking. We have to be realistic in this case, and if we are not realistic, we are not right people. Of course, this is reaching 1.25 minute, 1.25 hour. Because of many reasons, I don't want to spend more memory because I have to download many videos and repost them. Because of Facebook problem, I have decided not to cross, say, more than 1 hour. And quality is very important. After some time, when this problem is resolved, I'll continue because I'm just talking in shortcuts currently, and that is what I say. We have to be serious in this case. We have to understand everything rightly and correctly, and we have to see what's going on, what's not going on, what's happening, what's not happening, and we have to be really, you can say, I'll close this video now for this time being because still time. I'm not now in a mood to continue now. I have to stop now, and that's okay. So I say, okay, we'll stop this now, and this is what I say. Thank you very much. See you again.